Hello, welcome to Back to School Night. My name is Miss Gavarna, and this is our virtual meet and greet for Foothill Knoll STEM Academy of Innovation. So, my name is Miss Gavarna. I have a dog named Harley. You'll probably be meeting him in our Google Meets. I grew up in Upland. I graduated from the University of Arizona in May 2019. This is my second year of teaching, also my second year at Foothill Knolls, and I love it. This school is amazing. I love going to the beach and traveling, and I am so excited to be your teacher and your students' teacher. So my contact information, um, you are able to contact me really any time of day, 8 p.m. Um, these hours just mean that I might not get back to you until 7:30 in the morning, but usually I respond as quickly as I can. My email is jennifer_scavarna at upland.k12.ca.us, and this year we are going to use Class Dojo for more frequent check-ins with each other. This app lets you, it's kind of like texting, um, and there's a lot of other features that are it's really cool to use. So I'll be sending you a Class Dojo if I haven't already, Class Dojo link into the classroom. It has been a little bit glitchy as I'm trying to roll out my classroom, but we will work through that. So all of your students should have a Clever account. That is their email address. And if you need any assistance with this, with their username, their email, or their password, send me an email or a remind. My old class was Remind, or if you're on Class Dojo, any way you can get a hold of me and I'll help you through that process. So Google Classroom is where the code for Google Meet, our first Google Meet tomorrow is. So this is our code that you will need to get in. So if you'd like to take a minute to write that down, I will also post this into Class Dojo. So NZZTNPD. So Blocksy is a new technology platform that we are going to use. It's how we're going to meet with students. This is a great program because it allows us to take attendance and watch the screens of our students. So we're able to see if they're on task. I'm also able to push out like a Google form or some other cool technology things that, if they all want to be seeing the same screen, I can push that out. Also can use small groups, push kids into little small groups, so that will be great for our ELA and math lessons. So, and also Blocksy sends reports of inappropriate online activity to administrators. So this is our schedule. Tuesday through Friday, I will see your students' wonderful faces. If they're in A group, that means they're meeting with me at 8 a.m. for live learning. And if they're B group, I will be seeing them at 12 o'clock every day. So, yes. So, synchronous versus asynchronous time. Synchronous is in person, real time. That's when we'll be on Blocksy or Google Meet. And asynchronous time is when students will complete work independently. Students must participate in both types of learning every day. So asynchronous time will be, for example, iReady, virtual field trips, science lessons, social studies, engineering or project-based learning, anything enriching we'll do in that time. Attendance will be taken. Please call the office if you are going to be absent or tardy for the day. Um, if you have an appointment or something, just call the office and they can excuse it if it's a valid excuse. And I will be marking absent if I don't hear from anyone or the office hasn't said anyone called. Um, you can also text me, but I would just double check and be sure to call them because that's the only way they can excuse it. I won't be able to excuse. So the academic focus in synchronous time, so the live instruction time, will be ELA and math. So in our classroom, we have a smaller class size and we have the capability of doing small groups. So we'll, after we get some assessments done, our iReady back, maybe some other ELA assessments will be put into small groups, and we'll do SIPs, LLI, and for math we'll do Go Math. Our math books for the whole district are on hold. They have not been sent yet, so once we get those in, we'll get started. So every student will be taking the iReady Math and ELA assessment within the first couple weeks of school. This will be done through Blocksy. I will proctor it, watching their screens. I would like to start, the first Monday of school, but I want to make sure everyone is feeling comfortable with the technology and feeling good about, using Blocksy. I've only been trained in it once so far. Tomorrow I have another one, so I will hopefully feel more comfortable using it. So that's the goal. I don't have a slide on this, but this is big. We, myself, and any of your child's service providers, so if they have speech, occupational therapy, adaptive physical education, ERMS, anything like that, we will be meeting with you individually to create a distance learning plan. So this will be next week. I was hoping to get it done the next 3 days, but I feel like we need to breathe a little bit. So maybe the next week we're going to be meeting one-on-one to discuss, meet you, anything you need. We just want to make sure we have a good communication, and any questions you have, we can answer. Also, we'll just be collaborating during that time. So there are distance learning expectations, behavior expectations. We want to use kind words and faces, video on at all times. I'll explain that in a privacy statement soon. We just want to make sure we're aware of our backgrounds and distractions. So we want to choose a distraction-free zone, maybe use headphones or anything like that. Make sure when your child comes on, it's muted, and make sure don't ever assume your child is muted, and I don't know. So yeah, just be aware that you're online, we're watching. So this is the privacy statement. I do have to read to you. When teaching and engaging with students in a distance learning environment, there are concerns about the privacy and safety of our students and staff. The Family Education Rights and Privacy Act, FERPA, mandates that students' personally identifiable information is protected. Therefore, we have worked with legal counsel to ensure that the privacy of our students and their information is paramount. As such, our teachers will not record any classroom instruction that includes students' names, faces, or other personally identifiable information without consent from students. Additionally, students will attend virtual sessions with their video activated so that teachers can verify by name and face the students who are present and visibly engaged in their assigned classes. This will prevent others from intruding into virtual classrooms. To protect the privacy of students and staff, parents and students must understand that at no time are they authorized to record any live classroom sessions or interactions without consent. To do so would violate California Education Code Section 5151.2, which makes it unlawful for any person, including a student, to use an electronic device to record what is happening in the classroom without the consent of the teacher and principal. Recording a school staff member and/or students without consent has the potential to disrupt and impair the instructional process and is prohibited. Any person other than a pupil who willfully violates this section may be guilty of a misdemeanor, and students shall be subject to appropriate disciplinary action. Additionally, an individual recording instruction without consent may violate California Code Section Penal Code 632 and may be subject to legal action. So I just had a little disclaimer. Students will be acknowledged for positive behaviors. Our school-wide words are tenacity, integrity, creativity, and empathy. So we'll be using these words a lot in the classroom, and this is how I will acknowledge students' positive behavior. Our school positive behavior slogan is notice. So we navigate our world with tenacity, integrity, creativity, and empathy. And so you'll hear us saying that every day, every morning. We have some kind of hand movements we do with it. So that's kind of fun. Students will receive consequences for inappropriate behavior. And that's just another thing. It's really important for parent, teacher to have really good communication. So, we can help guide the student to make better choices. And so we just keep each other in the know. So some tips and tricks to help your student be successful in distance learning. Establish a routine and expectations. Place the schedule on the fridge, whatever you need to do to make it their learning space, their learning time. Choose a good space for your student to learn. So, physical location, no distractions, monitor a little bit. Stay in touch with me as much as you want, as much as you can. Parents, props to you. You are amazing, and your involvement in your child's distance learning is really important. And I just want to thank you in advance for, taking the time to listen to this and to, be in your child's learning journey. So for help your student own their learning, the vocabulary I will be using that you can use at home as well is growth mindset. This week we'll do a lesson on growth mindset. Just basically when things go awry or when things happen that are not in our control, our brain can go two either ways. It can go the negative route and make you feel even more sad and, focus on that. Or we can have a growth mindset where we can think positive and, be real, but also it's okay to struggle. I'm struggling, but I'm learning. Like I'm struggling, but eventually I'll get it. So establish downtime and physical activity and exercise and frequent scheduled breaks from screen time, because there will be a lot of that for the next couple months. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me at my email. I'm more than happy to answer any questions. I will be getting in contact with you with this Google form. I will find your email from some sort of portal that we have on file, and I will email you this Google form. It's just to get your contact information and a little bit more about your availability to meet for a distance learning plan. Alrighty, have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I'm so excited to be a part of your child's educational journey. And we're all in this together.